Hi, Sherry. This is Steve. I'm just going over the second part of Strand 1. I am working on understanding how our school operates without a school community council and how we operate instead of using that council and what it looks like for us with our multiple uh, committee approach that we develop throughout the year. So, the three organizations within the school that really do the work of a school community council are the PTO for parent input and community resources. We have the admin team, which is composed of principals and assistant principals at each of the buildings. We have uh, in North Salt Lake. So we have our high school, our elementary school, and our intermediate school, which is where I work. And that is from grades 4 through 8. And then lastly, we have a fourth building that is a school for students with moderate to severe cognitive needs. And that campus is called STARS, and we just have one administrator working there. All right, so the last part of our organizational structure that we have is also the building specific building leadership teams, the BLTs. And the BLTs work in conjunction and guided by the administrators to kind of disseminate and action out any specific tasks or items that need to be worked through. So, what I wanted to do is go through and outline what that looks like and how each of the committees kind of play together. So, one example of an initiative that we've been working on lately is this PCBL grant, personalized competency based learning. We received a rather large grant that initially was brought to the admin team as a way for us to push forward with our learner centered models, specifically with technology and different ways in which we can leverage technology and ed tech tools to facilitate much more personalized learning and growth. So initially, that was brought to the admin team, determined that we wanted to pursue this. A small committee broke away from that and wrote the grant, and we received the grant. So once we came back, that team disseminated exactly what the terms for maintaining that grant over the course of 3 years would look like. And each building team gave their input and what that might look like in a unique way from the perspective of each building. And then we shifted to taking that structure and training all of the admin team. And that training for the admin was brought to the building leadership team. And that building leadership group gave input on where they would like to kind of begin the initiative. They were trained, brought up to speed, and now we're shifting into implementation and rollout over the course of this summer. So, based on that information, that's actually informing each one of our school improvement goal or school improvement plans. And the goals each will have a component that's linked to PCBL. After that, we take that and we're going to be communicating with the PTO to see if there are any community resources that we can leverage or if there are any specific challenges that we can identify with input from parents. And that will be in the form of a quick survey. And based on that information, that further supports what the school improvement plans will look like as they roll these things out. Following all of that, as we begin next year, we're going to be communicating with the community, and in that way, we work very closely with the PTO to disseminate information and to continue to invite feedback. So that's just one example of our use case for all our different committees and how we can kind of break into smaller councils and committees to push our school programming forward.